This week, we're going to focus on looking at our range of underwater altimeters, which is the ISA500 range. Now, one of the questions we often get asked by people first approaching us to learn more about the ISA500 altimeter is which altimeter is right for me. So in the ISA500 range, we have around about 11 different configurations of altimeter. So this ranges different housing materials, different housing configurations, and some without housings at all. So what I'll do initially is just talk you through some of the options that are available. So one of the altimeters, this is the ISA500 in titanium, and we refer to this as the forward-looking housing, as the transducer looks straight out the end of it. This was the first model which we launched back in 2015, and since then we've added additional models to the range. So the ISA500 in titanium forward-looking has the capability to measure up to 120 meters away from the seabed. Depending on the seabed type, you may actually get a longer range than this. We've had up to 175 meters when you have a rocky seabed, which is a really good acoustic reflector. So you get long range measurement capability, and you also get a very high degree of accuracy. The ISA500 itself actually resolves range to 0.7 millimeters, then rounds it up to the nearest millimeter. And there's a little example in the background here running. We've got an ISA500 in our test tank just here, measuring distance here. So you can see the distance being measured on screen there. It's measuring about 0.628 meters. So you can see the last digit there, that's the millimeter value. And you can see it's very stable and very accurate. And if the altimeter is moved just slightly, you'll see that value change the altimeter up and then back down towards the base of our tank. So the ISA500 provides long-range capability and very high degree of accuracy as well. Also optionally integrated into the altimeter is heading, pitch, and roll. And so you can see that being fed out here. We're heading to magnetic north and pitch and roll as well. So to magnetic north, it's accurate to plus or minus half a degree, and the pitch and roll is accurate to 0.2 degrees. So that's the ISA500 in titanium, forward-looking. We also do the same sensor, the same capabilities in terms of range and accuracy, in what we call the right-angled housing configuration. And essentially, instead of having the transducer point out forward, it points out to the side. This is quite a useful kind of configuration if you want to put the ISA500 altimeter into a slimline form factor vehicle, such as AUV, or if you want to put it onto a towed tool or towed sensor, such as a magnetometer. It's the right kind of profile to fit within the nose cone and point down to the seabed and give you range. Then we also do the altimeter, the ISA500, in acetyl plastic in forward-looking configuration and acetyl plastic right-angled configuration. The dimensions and capabilities in terms of range and accuracy are exactly the same as the titanium counterparts. The only thing that changes is the weight gets a little bit lighter, being plastic, and also the depth rating. So the titanium sensors, as standard, are depth rate to 6,000 meters. In acetyl plastic, the depth rate 1,000 meters. So still more than sufficient for a lot of kind of shallow water application work.